Well, hello, everybody. The clouds are on the way out this evening, with the exception of a few high-thin clouds coming in from the north and west. Those clouds this afternoon kept us from warming too much. We did manage to get back into the lower 40s in St. Louis for the high today. And overnight tonight, as the winds have turned now more to the south and that area of high pressure has shifted off to the east, well, we're not going to see those temperatures drop as cold as they were on your Sunday morning, that's for sure. We were down to 22 degrees. Sunday morning in St. Louis, the high 43, pretty good rebound considering the clouds that rolled in and across the area throughout the course of the afternoon. 72, by the way, the record high temperature, obviously nowhere near that. Tonight, we'll call it partly cloudy, even though most of the thicker cloud cover is continuing to move out of the region. We do expect those temperatures to drop back this evening and overnight into the low and mid 30s. It'll be a quick warm up for us heading into tomorrow. We're headed back to about 55 by 1 o'clock and into the upper 50s as we head in through the remainder of the afternoon. We look at your next 7 days. Here's the deal. Temperatures are going to be much milder for this week ahead. Now, you notice the rain chances here on Thursday into Friday. It's a pretty substantial chance of rain for those 2 days, especially on Thursday. Now, depending on the exact track of the system, these temperatures Thursday and Friday could fluctuate. We might be a little bit warmer either day, or we could be a little bit cooler, especially on Friday. It just depends on the exact track of the system. We don't know that just yet, but we're working on it. So the system that scooted by to our north here on Sunday afternoon left a bit of snow across parts of Wisconsin, stretching now into Michigan overnight. While we've seen the sky basically clear out, we still have a tremendous amount of active weather out here to the west, pushing onto the Pacific Northwest and then even down into California. And eventually, this system, this energy out west is going to move our way. You already notice, you see the southern fetch of moisture there coming out of the Pacific across Mexico into New Mexico and Texas. It's kind of a key player here because as this energy out west finally gets picked up and pulled out, moisture from the Gulf also gets pulled to the north. And by Thursday, our chances for rain go up, and we should see some showers pretty widespread across the area Thursday. If there's thunder, the better chances favor areas across southeast Missouri and southern Illinois. That's a big if right now as to how far that thunder threat goes. And by the same token, if we have thunder, would we have stronger storms? Most of the threat looks to be well to our south at this point. But again, if we shift that track farther north and west than what we're thinking, then it becomes something we have to watch. One thing we don't see here is you look up Friday north and west of us. You got to go into far northwest Missouri and back up into northwest Iowa and central Iowa before you finally get cold enough to see some snow falling out of this weather system. It is not even close for us, and you see the temperatures reflect that. We're close to 60 degrees. Again, Thursday and Friday, because of the track of the system and the clouds and the rain, those temperatures may be 5 degrees too warm or 5 degrees too cool. We'll see. But we definitely know heading into the weekend, it will cool off a bit. Now, how about the rainfall amounts? Well, this is pretty substantial here as we go through Friday. We're thinking upwards of, and this really takes us into Monday, but I think most of this is coming on Friday and Thursday and Friday, and maybe upwards of a half an inch to an inch. That seems to be the general trend that we've seen. It would be badly needed rainfall because we look at the drought monitor, pretty much all of Missouri, with the exception of parts of north central Missouri and pretty much all of Illinois, under at least abnormally dry conditions, if not moderate drought. And in some cases, you go down towards Farmington, that drought is severe. So it becomes a big issue. Here's your next 10 days. We are mild this week with temperatures going back to around 60 as we head in through the middle of the week, probably low 60s here on Tuesday. And then by Saturday and Sunday, we back off a little bit. Next week, it looks like temperatures are fairly close to average, maybe a little bit above. But again, it doesn't look like we're talking about a major impact weather-wise here going into next week when it comes to the temperature trends and impacts from any kind of weather. Really, Thursday and Friday's it. We'll be dealing with some rainfall at that point.